this is your Monkey King Rambo. Like the video and subscribe for more monkey awesome content. Welcome to a new round of State of Survival. Today we talk about McLooty's Loot. This is part of the third stage of the anniversary event, and in the video I will explain you the details of the event, what you need, who's relevant for, and as well as recommendation for free-to-play player as well as big spenders. And of course we go on to the details of the rewards. And now we're going to some facts. So of course you can click on the top right on the question mark to understand the rules of the event, but we all know how this is working. You read the rules, you think you understand the rules, and then it's totally different. But let's go into some facts. So the event duration is 4 days, but you have only 3 days to attack it because the last is the result stage, and we all know this is a bit different. Because if you miss it on the first 3 days and think you have enough time to do it on the 4th day, you will be screwed. And yeah, that is on the right side. You see now the rewards, and you have a minimum 5 chances you should use per day to get rewards. You get 5 Roxy crates per day if you use 5 attacks on it, as well as up to 200 master tapes from McLooty's. From testing part, it was already enough to be in HQ 20 to get the standard max rewards of 100 damage points. And again, you will get 5 crates from Roxy's HQ per day and 200 master tapes. So one of the recommendations for free-to-play player is to use Daryl, because instead of 30 stamina you use only 24, and this is pretty important to understand, and for a free-to-play player it is already a good thing to save it. And what is also important is to know you can only attack with one march at the same time. You can't attack several attacks ongoing, and you have an unlimited amount of attacks after each other. So you can attack as long as you have stamina, biocaps, and McLooty's is active. So about McLooty's, when he is active, every 4 hours he is appearing. He has 3 lives, each life contains 14,000 points, and he's changing after every lost life, so up to 2 times he's changing the spot after appearing. This is pretty important. And be aware that the event button leads you wrong. The event button will lead you to anywhere around the facility, but he will appear around the capital area. So be aware and take that as standard, because otherwise you will search all the time and miss the time where he appears, and you have to wait another 4 hours. As well as you see here now a damage bonus. The damage bonus is something for big spenders, because you will use 5,000 biocaps for 10% additional damage for 5 minutes. Of course it's an advantage when you found him to port right next to it, as long as you are a player who wants to attack him a lot of times. Otherwise you do not need really to relocate. To save the stamina by using Travis, don't waste your advanced porters to just attack him, because you can use the combination of Travis saving stamina and Daryl to save march time. In this example you will see now that my HQ10 was too weak to attack it even with a damage bonus, but HQ20 was enough. The difference I will show you now about how many attacks you can use and how many attacks will make the difference, as well as the ranking I will show you now, because this is really an event for the big spenders, to be honest. If you're a free-to-play player who performed good in stage 1 and stage 2, okay, then you might try to do a great ranking here, but it's really a thing about big spenders because of the amount of biocaps, the amount of march speeds, the amount of biocaps to boost the damage. So this will be a big event for them. For free-to-play player, just use the 5 daily attacks. About formation and recommendation, I highly recommend to use trap formation if you want to boost your damage, and this is by 35% infantry, 1 troop of riders and the rest hunters if you are at generation 10, because then you have Laura to use. Otherwise you can use Hank as a substitute, or for even lower generations you can also use Nanami as substitute. But coming now back to free-to-play player, or for everyone who wants to boost the march speed, you can use of course Daryl, because they will increase the march speed on McLooty's. This is the best you can use. So Travis to save stamina and Daryl to be faster on it. If you want to save advanced porters, especially if you just want to use the 5 attacks, do not port for it, because that is just a waste of it, especially with the upcoming Reservoir Raid League in November. And now we're coming to the ranking. The ranking is, yeah, well, how should I say this? The HQ skins you can win between rank 1 and 3, the perm skins, are the ones from 2021, and you will get a 30-day if you're ranked between 4th and 30, and if you're going to rank 31 to 50 you will just get a 7-day skin, and 51 and on you won't get an HQ skin. And to think about going into it or not, I can highly recommend to stay out of it beside the 5 daily attacks if you haven't done a great job in phase 1 and 2 or stage 1 and 2. So just attack it with Travis and Daryl with 5 attacks to just waste 120 stamina on it and not go in. This event is highly an input for high cacher. So serious, this is really not a great thing if you don't plan to push in stage 3, also in the skin event with all the bundles I showed you in phase 3 sneak preview. This is really nothing I would recommend to push in hard for. Also for big cacher who hasn't pushed in stage 1 and 2 so far, it is definitely not worth it. I hope I could give you a good introduction, because this is a really expensive event. Even McLooty's and the whole anniversary event besides stage 1, stage 2 and 3 are a goddamn hell expensive. And be aware, the actual ranking is totally time based, so you are screwed if you do not wake up at 0 UTC to reset and do your daily intils. Then you will lose a good ranking just because of time. Please rant on the official Discord on that. Enjoy.